The last time I played Oblivion, I started by creating a grotesque monster, then tormented the nearest town for what felt like months to them. Long have I considered and ignored the consequences of these actions, but no more. I'm giving myself 50 days to survive this cruel, unforgiving world with the simplest of rules. No attacking anyone, no setting anyone on fire with magic, hell, no summoning stuff to set them on fire either. A real pacifist. My aspirations are grand, to become the master of the Fighters Guild without fighting, and buy the most expensive house in all of Cyrodiil, Rosethorn Hall. After creating perhaps the most upset looking character ever to exist and giving him a suitably pathetic name, welcome to the team, Gerald. I was busted out of jail by a gang of well-dressed criminals. I'm coming with you guys.
There's trouble ahead.
There's trouble ahead. My new friends left me to fend off the rats. They brandished their fangs at me, and I brandished my back at them as I ran away. Things were going smoothly, and I had only got frightened for no reason once. Sure. God, I'm brave. He snuck up on me. I rejoined the gang and helped them take out the assassins, kind of. The Emperor gave me his necklace and then was immediately eviscerated by an extremely cool looking assassin, who then turned on poor Gerald. Ow. Boris, which is a stupid name, came and rescued me. They say you can be anything in Cyrodiil, but all of these classes appeared to be too fighty for my liking. So I created one fit for Gerald, and it was finally time to leave the darkness behind. Wow. You can visit Joffrey, or you can set off in any direction and begin exploring the world on your own. Good luck. Let's go to Cheydinhal. Immediately, the wildlife turned around and chose the path of violence. You guys look friendly, but this was a fight for someone else. My good sirs, I have something that I think... That was a pretty slick... He got killed by a mud crab in like one shot. Wow, that poor bandit. A world full of adjectives and he chose to be lame. Anyway, Cheydinhal was this away and nothing would stand in a my way. Well... Huh?
I'm just
Ow.
up, you pathetic worm.
You call him Worm. My name's Gerald. Ow. And while Gerald was above resorting to violence, perhaps this random stable hand could jump in and save the day. Oh! The local innkeeper swindled me for 40 gold and I slept the night at the inn. Night. The second morning was upon me and Gerald attacked the day, metaphorically. The town was positively teeming with its 10-ish citizens and 5-ish guards. Cheydinhal was home to the Fighters Guild. Gerald, we're going to show them that violence isn't always the answer. Burz Crocash was not just a master of investing, he was the man we needed. He inducted me into the guild and sent me on my first quest, delivering supplies to the desolate mine. It was overrun with goblin filth, and although Gerald wasn't up for the challenge, these guys surely would be. I think you missed a couple. Idiots. Ah, being hit by goblins, please save me. Fighters Guild members, kill them. They had fallen in the heat of battle. You guys suck! But there was no time for mourning now. The creatures were still after poor Gerald, and actually they just all walked into these logs and died, and everything is fine. Good boy. I stole from the bodies for their cooler looking armor, and then slinked back to Cheydinhal. I guess you could say that was a successful trip. Other than all my friends dying. Unfortunately though, Crocash had no more work for me, so on day 3 we set off west. Anvil held more Fighters Guild quests, so that's where we headed. It was a long journey, so it'd be rude not to make a couple of stops along the way. Imperial City. I'm home. I'm home. I sold my garbage, bought a really good and cool spell called Protect, chatted to some folks around town and got arrested for inspecting this prick's merchandise. Like, why? I looked at it.
Guards, I'm being robbed.
Why did you just randomly open that? I didn't rob you. I didn't rob you. I didn't rob you. God damn it. This left a sour taste, so we continued west. The road was fraught with danger, but my W key was too powerful. I would stop for nothing, because what awaited was the coziest goddamn town in all of video game history, Skingrad. Jesus, got a loud enough bell. Got a big enough moon. After a night at the inn, and look at that view. Wow. We immediately ran into this guy Glarthir, who didn't bother introducing himself and immediately told me he wanted to meet me at midnight. Okay, Great's Chapel, midnight. Seems like a normal fellow. So I guess we're going to be waiting around here for a bit. I took in the scenery and chatted up the locals, making sure to get as offended as possible at every turn.
What?
What? And then I stumbled through the doors of the Mages Guild. I may as well join because we're going to need them one day anyway. In order to become the Archmage, you have to do a lot. But first, it's a case of getting a recommendation from all the actual real mages from towns around Cyrodiil. And to get the first was already an issue. This is Urthor. I'm not saying he's dumb, but if he was a car, it'd be a Lamborghini. He is located here, at the end of a massive-ass mine that's now filled with zombies. Great job, Urthor. I had a plan though. Group up the zombies and let Urthor and his conjured friend kill them. Alright, Urthor. Godspeed there, brother. You're doing great. Oh, never mind. Yeah, it turns out I'm a Ferrari idiot. And even if you manage to sneak past the Rotty boys, he still refuses to leave with you unless you've wiped them all out.
Those horrible creatures gone? Not going anywhere until they're gone. Horrible things.
I watched him get knocked out one last time and I left Earthor to his own devices. Sorry, bud. It felt bad to arrive back in Skingrad alone, but there was no time to dwell on it. Glarthir was waiting for us behind the chapel and he was about to send me on what I can only describe as the most earth-shatteringly strange quest I have ever performed in any game. This guy was freaking the hell out about being stalked or hunted or something, and he needed Gerald to stalk some people in return. That way he'd know for sure. Great idea, Glarthir, I said while slowly backing away, but I was locked in now, so in the early hours of day 5 we camped out, waiting for Bernadette, the potential spy, to rear her ugly head. God's here. Hopefully he doesn't see my bald spot. Yeah, walk past, idiot.
A little bird told me that you've been asking around town.
What the hell is wrong with you? Who does this shit? After being hassled by the fuzz, the rest of the day was spent following this poor woman, just living out her extremely mundane life. Oh, it's her! It's Penelope or whatever she's called. Bro, stop making it obvious. How could she follow you when you're just staring at her? She went to church, did some work, and then went home. So far, so good, but you never know. She might. She's just doing more work. This lady's boring as shit. Bernadette was a bust. Just a lame-ass, normal-ass citizen. Glarthir accepted our conclusion and gave us a new lead. At this point, I realized how completely pointless it was and how there must be a better use of my time. So please tell me why I spent the entirety of day 6 following Tutius Sextius. Oh my god. Tutius Sextius. A man with a horny name and a less horny lifestyle. Nothing to see here, Sextius, or whatever you're called. Just a normal bush. Just a normal looking bush. This man was not a spy. Hello, you big idiot. Glarthir was like, okay then. Oh well. Oh, what about this other guy? But again, David wasn't exactly living Davida Loca. Pause for applause. He was actually just going ham on the gardening, like legit all goddamn day. After all that work, we just had to report back to Glarthir with our findings. There he is, the crazy bastard. Then he could set his worries aside and go back to normal life, is what I would say if he didn't accuse poor Gerald of being in on the conspiracy. Then he chased me with an axe. I thought we were bros. Ow, you fucking asshole. Help, please send help. Help, help, help. The guards did their job and I rested at the inn, knowing that one less nutcase was inhabiting the streets.
Hi there.
On day 8, I headed out early to Anvil, marched into the Fighters Guild, and demanded their most challenging quest. Quest? Quest? Dog is an idiot. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You get a wonderful pet rat. You name it Jeff or something catchy like that. But he's lonely. So you get him a girlfriend. Before you know it, they're having babies and their babies are having babies. But you're still alone. Time is moving and you're not. Soon your skin will wrinkle and your ovaries, they'll crumble to dust. So when a mountain lion attacks your fur children, you rush straight to the Fighters Guild and ask for their strongest warrior. A strapping lad coming round. Who knows what might happen? But then a sad looking man arrives, walks into your basement, then refuses to fight back against a barrage of claws and teeth. This might not sound great, but don't worry, because he says he's got a plan. Then he leaves. So yeah, anyway, to get the Mage's Guild recommendation from Anvil, you have to investigate some missing merchants on the road north of the town. A rogue battle mage had apparently been mugging people for all they're worth. Madam? Your legs have gone missing. Our contact, Ariel, after scaring the shit out of me, says that we're going to be the bait in this situation. The next morning, all Gerald had to do was look wealthy and vulnerable, and our silent protectors would do the rest. I see you up there, you big blue bitch. It's a blue woman.
I'm afraid your journey ends here, traveler.
You just wait till my friends get here. Help me! I'm the main character. What an idiot! With the rogue battle mage taken care of, we went back to Anvil. It was time for the plan to take form. I bet you thought he was just being a coward before, but no, Gerald always has a plan. You see, using the Tower Warden ability, he could reflect a huge 5% of incoming damage. The previous day, the lion had been whittled to about half its health. All we needed to do today was to go back and finish the job. Count's arms. That's pretty easy. 2. Anyway, come on guys, be serious. La 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 la. Why have you regened all your health? That is not fair. This was it. The moment everything would have to change. Reflect damage wasn't going to work, and the rats were no use in a fight. Don't eat the rat. But then, I had an idea. Wish me luck. Hey, I'm stealing your gold. I'd rather die than go to jail. You'll never take me alive. Aha, I just yielded. Easy. I've killed the mountain lion. The customer was happy, but we needed to figure out why the lion was down there in the first place. The local hunter took us on a lion hunt, and we weren't scared.
I can't imagine there are more than 4 of them.
4?
Let's take care of this.
Yep, let's take care of this. Should I go and get the guards? Should I go and get the guards? Come on, Pinnerus. Get him. Clutch it. Oh my god! You're a beast! I helped. When we filled in the client, she was all like, I really appreciate your help. You were so good at your job. Just kidding, you lower class trash. There's another one down there right now. Ah! We took another guard down there to do the dirty work, and then we just had to hide outside to see who's been responsible for attracting the beasts. She's not gonna come through here, is she? She's gonna rumble me. Ah! She's an idiot. We ratted her out to the cops and finally finished this iconic quest. Azan had another Fighters Guild quest for us on day 10. The local thrift store owner was having break-ins at night. Nice moustache, bucko. The plan was for Gerald to hide in there and catch the burglars in the act. So with our spare day in Anvil, we had a good look around the docks. We retrieved Varale's crystal ball from a haunted pirate ship. Without backup, there was no option but to run past the angry-looking ghosts and hope for the best. This is going well. Oh, you freaking... Ah, crystal ball. Bye, bitch. Ah, too scared to follow me outside. Good job, Gerald. Oh, stop looking so sad. Damn, this sword is sick. I'm a swashbuckler. Before long, it was time to put the plan into practice. All right, here's the plan. They'll come in and they'll just think that my head is a hairy melon. Bad idea? When the thieves broke in, Gerald was ready and waiting. Ah!
Well,
Well, what have we here? Run! Oh my god, there was so many! Townsfolk took care of the criminals while Guys, look at my sword. Guys, my sword. Look how cool it is. Okay, once you're done killing him, everyone has to look at my sword. Oh, I see how it is. We headed back to the guild hall and let them know the good news. Gerald was moving up in the world. He was now a journeyman of the Fighters Guild. So with some newfound confidence, it was time to help out the poor people at Kvatch. Lord Dagon, surname a shit on your face, had opened an Oblivion gate and shrouded the town in smoke and fire. All that was left was a small contingent of guards, desperately holding back the oncoming horde. They needed Gerald's help, because they're cowards. And after entering the gates, I still didn't really see what all the fuss was about. I mean, yeah, it's a bit hot and the food is not great, but the enemies here are like complete morons. Why are these rocks so quiet? Walk into that rock. You're such idiots. Daedra didn't give up easy though. We really tried to end things peacefully, but up on top of those high towers, man, anything could happen. You really got to watch your step there. It'd be a real shame if one of you was to fall off. Like that. The Sigil Keeper held the key to the tower's one weakness. The ball. Touch the ball, destroy the Oblivion Gate. But the only friendly faces we had seen in there were either immediately killed or were trapped in a cage. And the Sigil Keeper sounded very angry. I don't like you. You're horrible. You're a very scary young man. Oh, he fell. The ball of truth. I activated your ball. It's too late. Your ball has been activated. Resistance is futile. Ow, 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 ow. The hard part was done. We had backup to retake the walls, and nothing even put up a fight. Our hero slept amongst the now homeless inhabitants of the broken town. The night wasn't kind to poor Gerald. Even though he had achieved much over the last week or so, he only saw his failures. Earthor was still in that cave, surrounded. The conjured sweet rolls can only keep him going so long. We had to help. So on day 12, we headed into Goblin Jim's cave to round up some friends. Oh, my armor's destroyed. I need your help with something. Unfortunately, when you're being chased by a group, only about 2 seem to be able to leave the hive at once. Take your time. It would have to do. We entered the cave and the squad immediately came in handy. Take him out. Nice job, Berserker. I'm gonna call you Bruce. Bruce the Berserker. With their attention mostly on the zombies, we were actually getting through them until finally... Oh, yep, Bruce is fighting. Oh, Bruce is dead. We had one more shot at survival. Earthor and his conjuring abilities. Time to fight. Yeah, no, just take out that one. I've got this one distracted. Come on, Earthor. Whenever you're ready to take that one out, Earthor. Oh my god, he's pumping. Maybe I underestimated Earthor. And then it was down to a one-on-one. You can do it! Until I tried to help. Wait, I can protect you. What are you doing? Bro, you were doing fine. Why are you fleeing for your life? You're fine. There's just one more left. Brother. You are an idiot. Good job. I walked our brave warrior back to Skingrad, repaired up and rested up, because it was now time to go to Coral. But I wasn't exactly rushing. I wanted to take in every pixel of the 40 FPS I had walking through the scenery. We headed north and found Hack Dirt, and let me tell you, this place is extremely weird. Everyone's wearing thrifted clothes, staring at me. They really don't like strangers. Like, really don't like strangers.
Leave now.
You ain't welcome here.
What? That's rude. I tried to befriend them. I really did. They were just the creepiest vibes you can possibly imagine. I snuck into their chapel and inspected their book. It was full of what I can only describe as Daedra-ass language. I even tried visiting their pub. It was awful. I saw red. Attention, citizens of Hackdirt. This town is a crock of shit, and you should be ashamed of yourselves. As you were, but the sun was already low in the sky, and I really wanted that level up. I had a bad feeling getting into bed at the inn, but like, what are the chances something actually happens? It's not gonna be that bad. I need to level up anyway. Yeah, I'm about to get murdered. I knew that was going to happen as well, and it still scared me. I tried asking for the other dirt people to help me. Hey, douchebag, you sold me a room with a freaking weirdo in it. And they pretended they couldn't see me. Help me! The bastards. So I ran away and a wolf did the rest of the work. There we go. I, for some reason, slept the rest of the night in Hackdirt, which was somehow uneventful. But you better believe as soon as the sun was up, I dipped as fast as possible. Welcome to Coral, a town with a dark secret. Probably. I'm not sure, but everyone just acts strange. I spent the day meeting all the locals, like Shiny Orc, these people that are definitely spies, and that lady who is rude for no reason. I was hearing whispers of a couple that loved their dogs, and for some reason the people thought that they were like hiding something. I talked to them both and they just seemed normal, and the dogs were well trained and cute as anything. Anyway, yeah, I let myself into their home and they immediately started beating the piss out of each other. So there's that. I let myself out. Oh, hey, by the way, Gerald, I don't know if you forgot, but you're like in the Fighters Guild. You're trying to become the leader soon. We headed to the Fighters Guild and talked to this guy Modrum for a quest. He was an asshole. When he got bored of trying to break Gerald's spirit, he sent us back to Chadenhall to check on an abandoned contract. Turns out this little weasel Maglia bailed. Tragically cowardly, by the way. It was without a doubt the easiest money I have ever made. Woof. There's about 8 little baby creatures in here that tried to hit me, but I sprinted to the end and grabbed the journal we needed. Modrum was still being a little prick about it when I got back, so I decided I would withhold attention and do some Mages Guild business instead. What the heck? Just let yourself in, why don't you?
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do you want? Well, you're in my room! I took my time wandering around the Mages Clubhouse, stealing their soul gems, feeling superior to the other wizards. I'm obviously not going to use Conjuration, because I'm not some fucking talentless hack. Tychius, who has cool hair, had a thorn in his side. This rude lady, Irana. She was in town looking for a book of unspeakable horror. Gerald, you've got a mountain to climb. And I was feeling nervous as I approached the summit, because like, who knows what creatures I might encounter. Charred remains. Oh, Fingers of the Mountain. Wait, what? I didn't even have to go into some horrible temple filled with ghosts. I just sort of ran and picked it up. Cool. Turns out the hard part of this quest is like some kind of ethical dilemma where you can either work with Irana, who's a dick, or you can give it to the Argonian, who has always been nice to you and has cool hair. Easiest decision ever? I think so. I gave the book to Tychius.
What? You gave him the book?
Yeah. After the moral bombardment, it was time for a well-earned rest.
Hi.
Yeah, you are still in here? It's been all day. Get out my room. I had forgiven Modron, at least enough to let him give me a contract. Some of my brothers in arms are apparently causing trouble in Leowyn. That's freaking miles away. Oh, I'm Leowyn. Look how far away I am. It's gonna take me freaking ages to get there. Maybe it was time for Gerald to hire himself a noble steed to make the time go faster. Are you 2,500 gold? Are you smoking crack? I wanted to take a pit stop on the way to Breville, but first I needed some companions. First a troll, then another troll, a bear, another bear. We met this random necromancer. She didn't enjoy my pets. I feel like she is, yep, she's the... You know, at this point, I kind of just stopped being scared of them. It's more like having an entourage. This is a bad idea. Wolf, throw it on the pile, let's keep going. We repeatedly knocked out Sir Roderick, whoever that is, and before we knew it, we were in Breville. Okay. Important note, this was not my fault. Oh, God. We are in quite the goddamn pickle now, aren't we? Anyway, we left them to it and headed into town. Ursan told me that her poor idiot husband was missing. Okay. 2,500 gold. Deal or no deal? I left her to stew on her decision, and I slept on it. The next day I spent seeing the sights, meeting the locals, you know? Tourist shit. I love a town with a bridge. Everything's better with a bridge. Isn't that right, you Argonian Phil? Most people here were very nice. The only mean person was Kurdan, who had a big shiny axe. He apparently knew where that lady's husband, Alaron Losh, was, but wanted me to get the axe of Dragal before he'd tell me where, which is extremely suspicious, but, you know, whatever. So on day 19, we got on a boat to visit Fort Grief. Oh, look, he's a pacifist. We met Alaron, and he filled us in on the details. We were now part of the Hunter's Run, a cruel game where they trick white-collar workers into being chased by eccentric and rich hunters. Oh, great. The first ambushed me at the entrance, but soon figured out that every nerd has his day. Hey, buddy. You're gonna have to beat the hell out of that guy. With my new spell, I was actually able to heal my puppets. I mean friends. I mean colleagues. This is huge for the program. Fucking... Yes! My captain! My king! The next part was like so easy, even for me. There are tons of traps to kill my enemies for me, because I'm not allowed. Remember? Last guy fell to the mighty poison. I took my armor and made my exit. But that mean orc with the big throbbing axe wasn't going to let us go that easily.
This is my game, and I'm changing the rules.
Are you? Because it kind of just seems like you're making my HUD disappear. Yeah, so my game got very confused here. I couldn't open menus. I couldn't go through the door. This geezer who's meant to die here just stood there like, yo, what up, Gerald? Still not hitting people? What's going on? I'm going to have to Alt F4. I had to reload like 3 times, but eventually I was able to play the video game. Oh wait, they're fighting this time. I mean, rip that guy, but this time it worked. I don't need to listen to your spiel, because I have a plan. I mean, I really have a plan. Come on guys, let's go up to the top. Do you think you can do this jump? Oh, he can't. Oh, you can't. With their legs good and broken, it was time to go back to that town with all the bridges. God bless you, Captain Pacifist. I'll see you on the other side. After a good night's rest, I let this poor old woman know that her degenerate gambler husband died like a coward. Then it was time to do a super fun quest for the Mages Guild. There's some mages in this house. There's some... That was a cool spell. It's very simple. Varon the Stalker got mad and stole a fellow mage's staff. The guild gave Gerald some charm spells to use and find out where he's hidden it. I fucking missed! Okay, so instead I just bribed his sorry ass. But he's all like, oh no, I sold it to this geezer in the IC already. Oh. Gerald's all like, well, aw shucks, brother. It ain't no thing. I'll just go up there and grab it. I'll see you later. What do we think? Trolls and bears? Oh no, I was being sarcastic. How have you not gone yet? Why? What is going on? This is not good. Somehow the people were able to fend off the wildlife and I was able to buy back the staff from this random guy. Successful day all in all.
Tidings.
You definitely do a lot of standing. On day 21, I decided that my dealings in Bravil were done. Gerald put on his heaviest armor and jumped into this lake. When he didn't die, he swam south to go to Loamy. After meeting this not friendly bandit and naming him Brian, we decided to take him for a little adventure. Let's go into Bourne, Brian the bandit. Hack me to pieces, Brian. But my healing spells were too expensive and Brian paid the ultimate price. Oh, did Brian die? Brian, there was one skeleton. Gerald was devastated. The only thing that could make him feel better was kiting the skeletons and zombies around, and of course, looting welkin stones. Got it. Night fell sooner than we wanted. Leowin was still a ways away, so the only option was to curl up in this conveniently placed camp, right outside Rock Milk Cave, which we decided to explore when we awoke. No, I think these are going to be... Why did you just randomly shoot that guy? Everyone's fighting. I don't like it in here. They'd rather stay in there and... I was going to say they'd rather stay in there and drink all the milk themselves, but when you need it most, this game can be kind to you. Inhabitants of Border Watch. There are marauders. 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 Yeah, there's marauders. Oh man, they probably shouldn't have messed. These villagers are remarkably well armed. These guys took care of the marauders like it was nothing. Well, isn't that just very convenient? Welcome to Border Watch, they said. Look at our cheeses, they insisted. Yes, we've got cheese in display cases. What the hell's going on? I went back to the Milky Cavern and tried to loot what I could, while the two groups of bandits just beat the shit out of each other. This is crazy. I took what I could, then escaped to my friends for help once more. I was actually starting to get kind of border watching them kill people. Get it? Plus it was getting late. Gerald stayed the night at the Border Watch Inn, then finally, on day 23, he arrived in Leowin. The Fighting Guild's members stationed there were drunk as shit when I arrived, causing a ruckus and harassing the barkeep, which I thought was fucking legendary. These guys were bros. They were all threatening and stuff, but that's only because there's not enough work around here. Really, it's society's fault. The Blackwood Company were taking their jobs, so Gerald would have to use his vast experience in negotiations to find them something meaningful to do. It was easy to find someone looking for some capable rabble-rousers. Problem is, Margart was asking for something in return. Ectoplasm. This is extremely inconvenient, because I'm pretty sure to get it you have to, like, kill ghosts. Not exactly my strong suit. So I decided to ignore it and just get pissed with the fellas instead for the day. Day 24, the day that almost broke me. Instead of worrying about plasm, we decided to get on with our Mages Guild recommendation for these geniuses. Okay, so this quest is like, You asked the Gale how it's going and she's all like, okay. So you ask Agatha and she's all like, don't worry. She's just a bit mental and sometimes has visions. You ask around the guild and everyone shrugs, except for this guy who is obviously incredibly evil. But then you talk to Agatha again and she's like, oh, her amulet's missing. Go find that and she'll be fine again. Great. So Gale is now completely mental, but also tells me cryptically about a vision of a fort. There was a quest marker though, so off I went to Fort Bleeblad. The Gale's father should be buried inside. This place is full of marauders, and these guys slap. It's not easy, but with a good strategy of running past and ignoring them, we can make it through, is what I would say if it wasn't for this shitting door. This warlord has the key and he's in no mood for negotiations. I tried sneaking through so I could pickpocket it. That did not work. Oh, all okay, I can do this. You know, kind of. Even chameleoning did literally nothing. Well, that was frickin' instant. It all felt rather hopeless, but sometimes all you need is a glimmer of hope and a pair of shining metal balls. Wait, there's balls. I can't just stand next to the balls. The marauder damage is too high and I couldn't survive. Jesus Christ. But I could perform what I've aptly named the Circle of Ball Pain. I aggro the entire dungeon. I run through the ball corridor with the train of angry metal steaming towards me. They eat the balls. On this side, I pull this Tony Hawk-ass move to get away. Then they eat the balls again. I outflank them by using the pillars in this hall. They eat the balls and the cycle continues. Oh, we got some good hits off there. Until finally, who died? You? Archer? Hey, is that the chief? It's the warlord! The warlord is dead! With the key acquired, all there was to do was dodge the troll, pick up the amulet, and get the hell out. Except the door was locked. Wait, what? I can't get out. And there were tons of people in here fighting. What's going on? My brain was taking a holiday at a bad time. And unfortunately, Calthar victory dinnered his chicken royale. Not good. Calthar? Oh, Calthar. Wait, what the fuck happened? He stated that he wanted his amulet back, and then he started attacking our favorite pacifist. Can I leave? No, you can't. This is kind of annoying, though. I would have preferred the troll to have killed you. We had one chance without backup. He was low health from the initial fighting, so maybe with the tower ability to reflect damage, I could do it. Slowly but surely, his health chipped away until my brain went AFK again. He is taking damage. I just healed him. Okay, I have to reload. Well, Circle of Ball Pain, here we go again. Eat the balls. Tony Hawk jump, balls. Round the pillar, balls. Blah, 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 blah. Balls. Blah, 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 blah. Ah! He just got hit by his friend. Got the key. Nice. So, now we know exactly what happens. We go in here, and we run in. We grab the amulet. Okay, he arrives. So now I need to pocket heal the troll, which is kind of weird. Nice. Calthar. Oh, fuck. He's unconscious. Okay, wake up, wake up, wake up. I need to talk to you. Wake up. I need to talk to you. Wake up. Wake up, you freaking idiot. Yes! I'm actually got the biggest brain in the entire world. It's throbbing violently. So now he'll attack me, and I just need Calthar to die. Yes! Dude, this is... I'm popping off! Actually, huge. It was a taxing day to say the least, but worth it. The next day we gave the Gale back her amulet, and finally her madness subsided.
You shall have my recommendation.
And now she was just a bit quirky. She still makes no goddamn sense, for the record. I celebrated by leaving town and heading to Trading Hall. We had some mage business to attend to. It was a day's journey, so after a night at the tavern, it was time to meet our recommender, Falcar, who is a bellend. He immediately tells us to jump down a well, which I thought was pretty rude. I mean, I still did it though, so I guess Gerald sort of won. When we arrived back 5 minutes later, that dick Falcar had already sauntered off somewhere. We snoop through his possessions and find some black soul gems. Then Dietzen says she'll knock on him to the council and write us a recommendation anyway. So that was easy. Only one more to go. The ectoplasm was still swimming around my tiny little brain though. The Imperial City is almost on the way to Bruma, so we stayed the night there, in the Merchant's Inn. You need to clean this goddamn place up. I mean, look at the state of it. Jesus. We were able to pick up 4 ectoplasms at various alchemical vendors in the trade district. Absolutely huge for the war effort. I'd heard news that just north was a so-called ghost town. This really tickled my fancy. It could be the chance to get my last ectoplasm. Anyway, I rock up there, ready to mess shit up, and there's a problem. Oh, it's not ghosts, it's fucking invisible people. Hello. I wander into the inn and a shimmering mist in the shape of a peasant asks me if I could free them from this wretched affliction. The mage responsible Ankatar inhabits a local fort. And despite sounding scary when we enter...
Go away! I don't want whatever you're selling.
Things actually don't go too bad.
Go away!
Is he fighting an invisible bear? Who do I want to win? what the hell is going on? He didn't even mind me interrupting his battle to ask for help, and just sort of gave me the cure to use on the town. Simple, although I don't really know why they couldn't just do it themselves. As night fell, we found ourselves stumbling into Bruma, cold as balls. All that stood between Gerald and his university life was Gian and her recommendation. She's been looking for this Jaskar fellow, worried that she's going to get demoted or something if he's missing much longer. It took me all of 1 minute to find him, on account of the fact that he's just not that invisible, and he stood by a door.
Go away. You'll ruin everything.
You're standing in front of the door! Anyway, I still go along on the quest. The epic pranksters want me to do a bit of theft and steal her manual of spellcraft. Classic. Whoops, instructions unclear and I've accidentally pillaged the entire guild and surrounding town of all their possessions. After the reveal of something I already knew...
Ready to find Jaskar?
He's right here, I can see him. Wow, it was time to get my last recommendation. Nice. We spent all of day 29 on a voyage back down south as we were finally able to get back to Fighters Guilding. We handed Margart her ectoplasm and let those rowdy-ass Fighters Guild legends know the news. Finally, they actually had something to do with their lives. For the rest of the day, Gerald did some well-needed inventory management. Money was starting to look better, but it was a very long way off the 25k we needed for an actual nice house. Our current plane of existence is great and everything, but like, sometimes you want something different. Sometimes you want to fart about in a literal hellscape inhabited by dinosaurs, Daedra, and Atronax. And I fall in the lava. Well, that happened quicker than I thought it would. Not my proudest moment. And to be honest, I'm not really sure I get it. I know sigil stones are useful and stuff, but I sort of just like sprinted around randomly, did some parkour on rocks, and it was all a bit sensory overload and confusing for poor old Gerald. Eventually though, we located the ball and clicked it. And then I just run around in a circle. I've touched the ball. I've touched the ball. Frost Atronax look a bit weird in this game. Job done. Just kidding. Rock. I'm in a rock. I'm in a rock. I'm in a rock with a flame Atronax. What is going on? I tried reloading. Rock. If Gerald was going to get out, he was going to have to do this on his lonesome. Oh, I got out. I got out. I got out. I got out. Oh my God, it's a miracle. Stupid rock. Gerald, I'm glad you enjoyed your day off, but get your lazy ass back over to Coral. We have Fighters Guild business to attend to. Sleep. Divine. It's so relaxing to wake up to the birds chirping and Oblivion conversation. Anyway, Morden sent me over to Anvil to talk to Azan, so there goes quite a bit of my day. He said I was to take care of a load of elves with the help of...
Maglir.
Maglir? Oh my God, this freaking moron. It's quite dark out. Sure it's not past your bedtime, Maglir? See, the joke is because you're short, it means you're a child, which means you have a bedtime. We entered the thieves' den with my little helper Maglir in tow. All I had to do, keep him alive. Rocks, Maglir! And what he lacks in stature, he more than makes up for in general fighting spirit and willingness to go balls deep. Good job. Excellent job. My boy. I'm proud of you, son. And it took a while. It took all night, in fact. But we were making progress. As long as we don't bite off more than we can chew, we would be fine. You don't see anything. This doesn't concern you. This was between me, Maglir, and oh God, Maglir. Maglir, you have a lot of arrows in you. It was the early hours of day 32 by the time we left the cave. There was no time for rest. Primarily because I had set a stupid goal of becoming Fighters Guild leader without fighting, and we were running out of time. This would immediately become apparent upon realizing that the next Fighters Guild assignment was over here. Before I knew it, it was dark again, and I was standing in front of Burrs.
I've got another contract for you, meat.
Oh, I love being called meat. The client was in Water's Edge, so after a quick nap, we set out on the long journey south to meet up with...
Can you help me?
Jesus! Her. This very kind lady is in debt. She sent me to grab her grandfather's heirlooms so that she could pawn them to pay it off. And like, yeah, I'll do it. But how are you paying for this? I mean, it's like 1,000 gold you owe and you have to pay me for my time. And now that I think about it, it's not even your debt, it's your dad's. And how did you even inherit that? Is that really how that works? It seems very strange. I should investigate this. But also I CBA, so I just ran down there and grabbed the loot for her. Wasn't even scared once. Oh, I didn't like that scream. That was horrible. Okay, fine, once. She was thrilled to have the heirlooms back, suspicious as she is about the whole damn thing. By the time this was wrapped up and I had made it to Coral for my next quest, it was already day 34. This was no time for games and fun. They say the global warming killed the barrier reef. Seems like the coral's thriving to me. Modrin, who is now friendly again, is all like, yo, what's up, fellow fighter? Take the guildmaster's son out for a romp through a cave, would you, bruv? To be more specific, we had to investigate the death of another guild member. We set off post-haste, which means quickly, I think. Stop walking so close behind me. The plan was simple. Get in, get the intel, and get out. Don't do anything stupid. Hey, hurry up! scum. Let's do this, meat. There could be any number of dangers in here. I should make sure no harm comes to him. Hey. Don't just sprint in by yourself. Oh god, he's gone rogue. Hey, shiny boy. Oh my god, there's a troll. Brother, let's take on one troll at a time, shall we? So, I didn't get a plan. Any trolls gonna come out? No? Well, that's good. What the fuck was that? Not cool. Not cool at all. Let's regroup. Back at the city. Coral. All right, now we're gonna do this as a team. Oh, they are running amok. The guards were doing their jobs well, thankfully. Then we're back to the cave to find some extremely valuable loot. Oh my god, wait, what? We're rich! And Varanus even managed to take down some fierce-looking ogres. Excellent work, purely self-defense. But from then on, it was nothing but trolls, and therefore nothing but pain. So I just left the Nepo baby to fend for himself and got the intel on the dead guild member. I escaped the cave and led the troll train back to town. Hey guys, I'm back with a few more trolls. If you wouldn't mind, could you... Why are there 3 trolls there? And why are there no guards? And oh my god, oh my god, oh my... We tried to fight, but it was futile. They had literally beaten the clothes off our temporary companion, and the exit was officially closed for business. That all turned out okay. Nobody used this door. This door is closed. Day 35 was here, and we started it with a new Fighters Guild quest. Maglia had disappointed his father, me, by welching on another contract. He was somewhere in Brazil, so off we set to find him. So, we have 4 trolls chasing us. You want to know the crazy thing? This isn't even the ones from outside the town. These are different trolls. Oh, Maglia! Daddy's home!
Oh, look. You again.
You have the hands of a
Sorry,
hero.
shut up for a second. I'm trying to berate my infant child. I can't hear your derision from all the way down there, Maglia, you bloody dick. My little buddy let me know that he had betrayed me and joined the Blackwood Company. His quest was to collect some imp gall from a local mine. That was going to be hard as a pacifist. I need backup. I think that's a minotaur. That's a lot of minotaurs and also a unicorn. Are you a good boy? I found a unicorn. What is going on? It was nightfall by the time I managed to coax my minotaur companion into chasing me. Good minotaur. Nice minotaur. Okay, here's the plan. Mark. We're going to go in here and you're going to kick the shit out of some imps. That's the plan, Mark. Unfortunately, Mark was not playing ball. But that didn't mean game over. They're kind of attacking each other. They're doing like a lot of damage to each other. Oh no, one's dead. I don't even need Mark the Minotaur's help. There you go, 1 imp core. Wasn't hard, was it? Oh, sweet past Loamy. What were you thinking? It took like all goddamn day and half of the next day to get my imp calls. Yes, geometry. But eventually they played ball and the job was done. Thank God. Magey McMageface gave me a cool ring and I slid it on immediately. Then we headed back to Coral. I thought I was playing a gritty psychological thriller called The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Now I'm wearing all gold armor and I'm riding a unicorn across the entire map in like 4 minutes. I love this game. As soon as we got there, Modron told us to meet him in Leowin instead. Wonderful. The Blackwood Company was suspected of foul play. They had been paid to take care of a local bandit kingpin, Azani Blackheart, who supposedly located at Arpenia. But when you arrive, there's not only no Azani, but there's not even a sign of a fight. Apparently this bandit was likely nearby. Another alien ruin known as...
Atatar.
Atatar?
My bet is that he moved his base there. I'll lead.
What? No, I'll lead. All right, lead. Yeah, good leading, you fucking idiot. Come on, let's go. Will you freaking die it? Okay. You are a buffoon. And this ruin was actually the right one. Dodge and kill. It was filled with bandits of all shapes and sizes. I had my little buddy hopped up on all kinds of protection spells, and he was beating them savagely with a spiky ball. Good job. Azani was hiding in the final chamber, but he wasn't expecting a frail old man to walk in with his friend Gerald. The fight started and Azani immediately started picking off his subordinates before turning on Modron. Why is he fighting his friends? With a few big heals from the support genius. Go Modron, go! It wasn't even close. You got him! And he's off. The adrenaline of not fighting was still surging through his veins. Gerald didn't sleep. He just rode his beautiful unicorn, who was now named Corny, over to Anvil. Ass Clown, or whatever he's called, has a mission that was going to be a problem. So on day 38, Gerald approached Brittlecock Cave, where Alante the Daedra researcher was ready and waiting for a hero to arrive. She wants to study the shrine at the bottom of the cave. Only problem, there's about 10 fearsome creatures between her and it. I left her at the top and I tried literally anything I could think of to clear out the cave. I tried inting down mid, but you have to bring her with you. I tried making them shoot each other, but that wasn't working either. We went swimming, that was kind of weird. And there was this mountain lion kicking about at one point. Anyway, long story short, I was feeling pretty screwed, but there was one more thing I could try. Alante isn't a warrior, but with Gerald's support... Oh, nope, she's dead. Okay, mission failed. And with it, my hope of becoming master of the Fighters Guild was over. Or was it? One failure does not a failure make. Until they dragged Gerald out of that guild, kicking and screaming, he would accept no defeat. He would not stray from the path. He would feed the fury and fuel the fight. Metaphorically, we're still not going to attack anyone. And the next step was Cheydinhal, getting called meat by this grumpy green fellow.
Meat needs something to do.
Contract? We set out early to Breville, where some fugitives were hiding nearby. It was time for a thorough and detailed investigation. Hey, fugitives?
I'm not talking about them. Not to you. I barely know you.
That's my line! Who do you think you are? Nose Armor Boy. After some button clicking, Nose Armor Boy spilled the beans. The four of them were holed up in Bloodmane Cave. Corny, my friend, let's ride. At the hideout, there was traps around to delay Gerald's progress, but they didn't count on a very small amount of brain power. Hello, fugitive. Step into my office. I think you'll find it quite poisonous. The next bandit was standing next to some logs. Do me a favor, walk into these logs. That was quick. Right, is the next one going to be standing next to like a vat of boiling acid or something? The final two weren't standing precariously close to anything dangerous, but they did start fighting each other for no reason. Guys, you're meant to be on the same team, which I thought was quite convenient of them. Nice shot. Corny took out the straggler, and we headed over to the Butcher of Cheydinhal to let him know the job was done. Day 40 slipped away as we made a long ride over to Coral. And before I knew it, there was only 10 days left. 10 days to finish what I started, becoming the Fighters Guild Master without fighting, and buying the most lavish house in all of Cyrodiil. There was no time to be civil. Hey, Bucko, I need to talk to Modrin. I need to talk to him first. Shut up and talk to me, you bloody man. Modrin, who was now naked, let us know he had a quest for us. The son of the Guildmaster had gone on a troll hunt, and his team and he hadn't returned. It was near Leowyn, so I knew I needed Corny to get there efficiently. The only issue? Yep, we're fast traveling. We'll just fast travel somewhere where I can meet up with Corny. And there's a bear here, apparently. You got it, nice. Yo, don't run. Where are you going? Stop. Bad unicorn, naughty unicorn, come back. Oh, it's because there's a wolf here. Why didn't you just say? Stupid unicorn. Are you fucking kidding me? Why do the worst things happen to the best mythical beings? He was a good boy and you took him away. But there was no time for mourning. Corny wouldn't want me to dwell on the past. He would want me to put one hoof in front of the other and keep on trotting. For the low price of 1,000 gold, we bought a new set of wheels that I was too scared to name, and we pressed on to investigate the solemn scene. It was a bloodbath in the Troll Cavern. The bodies of Fighters Guild and Blackwood Company were scattered everywhere. There was naught to do but gather evidence and leave. Those Blackwood Company mercs. Those bastards. They're not going to get away with this. I'll watch somebody else do something about it, or so help me, DeBella. This was a low point for poor Gerald. He rode north to seek the friendship at Border Watch and a warm bed to escape the rain, after they killed the troll that was chasing us. Next morning, I set off to Coral once more and let Modrin know the bad news. Rashida purchased some equipment to top up my gold, and out the door we go once more. There are still trolls out here. My horse is stabled in here. One of you my horse? I paid 1,000 gold for a horse that doesn't have a horn on its head, and it immediately disappears. I somehow remembered the main quest was a thing, so we very, very quickly delivered the amulet to Joffrey. I brought you the amulet of kings.
Emperor Uriel, do you know something about his death?
He died of cringe because he read your autobiography. Boom, roasted. He let me know about the bastard son of the Emperor, so I went and grabbed Boromir real quick, and upon returning, shit had majorly hit the fan. A group of Sith Lords had infiltrated their ranks and were terrorizing the Priory, only for two aging priests to yell wildly, "Stop making a chicken noise," and mop the floor with their sorry asses. But alas, the Amulet of Kings, it was gone. The worst thing we can do now is get angry and blame each other.
We gained Uriel's heir and lost the Amulet of Kings.
No, let me be very clear. You lost the Amulet of Kings pretty much immediately. I gave it to you 3 hours ago. How did you lose it?
We should leave at once.
No, I'm not going to fucking Bruma. I have Fighters Guild stuff to do. And I know my voice was doing that thing where I get angry and it gets higher pitched. But I was right. We still had a lot of Fighters Guilding to do. Even if they did just give me a new horse, after I just spent like 1,000 gold on one, I couldn't just go gallivanting off to Bruma for no reason. I thought to myself immediately before Azan told me to go there anyway. So I guess now I sort of have some backup for my quest. Nice. Yo. What's new with you?
Sirac!
A large and presumably important gem was stolen from the chapel, the Stone of Saint Alessio. Luckily, we have an expert on keeping jewels safe with us. Right, Joffrey? Right, Joffrey? It had been stolen by this guy and his friends, who had immediately been robbed and killed for it by a group of ogres. It's never easy, is it? I arrived at another Aelid ruin, feeling extremely confident, for some reason. Alright, here's the plan. I'm gonna run in, I'm gonna steal the gem or whatever it is, I'm going to refuse to elaborate, and then I'm going to leave. And so I entered, ignored the ogres, took the stone, refused to elaborate, bye, and left. Child's play. Freaking idiots. Outside, the Eldu brothers had a brawl with some local wildlife, which, please don't call the WWF on me. Oh my god, it was my horse. It was time for these dumbasses to go. So the next stop was Cloud Ruler Temple. If you could stop gloating about still having a horse, that would be magnificent. Let's go, I want to freaking level up. Anyway, with the dead weight gone, Gerald could go about his business as normal. On day 44, as is tradition, I bought another horse. Only 500 septims this time. Bargain. Azan was happy to see us still standing, and awarded us with a very modest sum for the efforts. 400 gold. 400 gold that man just gave me. Do you have any idea how many ogres I had to walk past? It took a very long time, but eventually we arrived in Cheydinhole to talk to Super Meat Boy again. He gave us a quest to go up to an isolated manor and meet Lord Ragdumpf. The Baron's daughter had been kidnapped, and he needed my help. So after stealing from his home and sleeping in his bed, we set out post-haste. And this was a nightmare. She had been kidnapped by 3 horrifying ogres, who immediately took it upon themselves to hunt me down and kick my ass for interjecting. The nearby inhabitants of the Shrine of Azura did not fare well. Oh. That went very, very badly. Ow! Are we really going to Cheydinhole? At some point on our trip south, I picked up another ogre and a bear. And this minotaur didn't care about my plight and instead joined the chase. And then there was the troll. But it's not great. We rocked up to Cheydinhole with an absolute army and yeah, I recommend you run away. That's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, this is bad. Don't go inside. Oh my god, they're going to go inside and murder that guy as well. That's really bad. How did you even get in here? I'm not sure what I would have done if our hero hadn't have shown up. Your friend didn't fare so well, but maybe you will. He got the Minotaur as well. Good job. Yes, you got another one. Good job. Oh, thank God. Burrs paid us and gave us another quest. Locals have been investigating a nearby cave and not coming back. It did not take long to figure out what happened to them. Troll, a troll, a troll, a troll, a troll. Of course there is always a troll, a troll, a troll. In order to complete this quest, you have to wipe out all of the bad guys in the cave. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Just making my way downtown. To get this done, we'd have to borrow some manpower from Ulrich.
I don't know you, and I don't care to know you.
Yeah, that guy. Do some pickpocketing until you get caught, resist arrest, and boom, you've made some friends. They'll go with you anywhere. The guards will sometimes fight your enemies without any persuasion, and sometimes you have to yield so that they forget you're a fugitive for a bit. And although this strategy works, it's slow, it's painstaking, and it requires your full attention. Oh, fuck, one of them died. Well, it's just me and you left. No helmet guard. As long as we keep our cool and don't turn on each other, everything's gonna be okay. Eventually, No Helmet Guard finished off the rest of the trolls and we headed back to the Fighters Guild for some rest. As day 46 began, my money situation reared its ugly head. I can't afford to repair that, I have to buy a house! Modron needed my help. The Blackwood Company were expanding, so we were to kidnap a lieutenant named Adram Kajim from Glade Mist Cave. That way we could talk to him, you know, with words and stuff. I ran in all scary like, wearing my shiniest armor, fleeing from all his bodyguards, and I said, listen here, you bloody man, you're coming with me, now. And he said, piss off. But he didn't know that I had a very angry and well-supported Minotaur with me. Good job, Mr. Minotaur. You're doing quite well. When Mark the Minotaur hit the deck, there was only a couple left. Ah, for God's sake. Which was, well, quite inconvenient, really. You may have killed my Minotaur, but there's a bear outside who's eager to meet you. Ah, you killed my bear. Fortunately, there was a roaming Imperial soldier outside to finish off the rest. When we got Adram back to the hideout, we tortured him with jokes and boasting, which he loved. But what really got him talking was the bribery.
Excellent.
Tell me what I want to know or I'll give you more money. Tell me, who leads the Blackwood Company?
It is Rizikar.
Damn it, he's got a cool name. After a quick selling session the next morning, something quite unexpected happened. Dude, 25k. We made it, boys. Today we're off to Cheydinham. Our task to infiltrate the Blackwood Company. Jaffazir.
What?
That's not how you greet someone. I want to join. I was then immediately given my first mission. Clear out the goblins attacking Water's Edge. Cheatham Z told me his middle name was trustworthy, then gave me some fentanyl to drink. He said it would pep me up for the job. Follow-up question. What's she doing with her hand? What am I looking at there? Oh my god, we're in Water's Edge. I love it here. It's my favorite town. My colleagues took out the gobos outside before you could say false flag operation and told me that I should take out the ones in the house. I walked in and met two extremely friendly goblins who didn't want to fight, and then panic set in. I think I meant to fight them, but I can't do that. Is it over? After all this work trying to become guildmaster, was I really gonna get stuck here? No. After I left the shack, everything just sort of ended. Oh. What? Whoa. Oh. Oh. Okay. When the drug fuel bender concluded, I woke up in a random shack many miles away with a headache and an extremely cheap stripper standing over me. He told me that the fentanyl I had taken was laced with cheap lager. It was engineered to make Blackwood Company members hallucinate and support Chelsea. Those bastards. He sent me straight back to Water's Edge to make sure everything was still okay there. Oh my god. They've been paralyzed. Well, we'll just wait for the paralysis to wear off, and everything will be fine. The Border Watch welcomed me again for the night, and I set off earlier the next day. The lid was officially blown off this whole damn thing, and the Blackwood Company's special hallucinogenic tree was to blame. It had to be destroyed. Upon arriving, the members immediately attack. Why? And I'd had some pretty special tactics ready for this moment, just in case shit got weird. But you know what? It didn't. It wasn't my victory ever. You are all rude. But this time, it really wasn't. I marched that sorry excuse for a company over the road to the Fighters Guild. A real guild. A real family. Hello. I'm gonna need your help. And it wasn't fast, but it was so satisfying. Ha ha, you idiot. I would march a member or two over, and the Fighters Guild porter would go to work. Except for that one time. Oh, this one wants to fight the guards. What? Who the hell is that? Who's Singor? Is Singor a Mythic Dawn person? Singor! I don't think I was meant to know you're a Daedra worshipper yet.
I'm the captain of the Leywin Neighborhood Watch.
Brother! With the hall emptied of its members, all that was left was to quickly destroy the tree and make my escape. Take that, nature.
You've ruined everything.
Hey, Magler.
Why? You've taken it all. I'll kill you for this.
Magler, just take it easy, okay? Take it easy. He's gone invisible. Well, why did you do that? Are you stuck? He's stuck. For God's sake. He just instantly gets stuck. Okay, I'm gonna leave. He eventually got out and was taken down by the guild. Sorry, Magler. And I think it's fair to say we had all earned our night's sleep. With the hard work done, the victor took care of the spoils. I walked my 900 carryway over to the local pawn shop and I made a bloody tidy sum. Then climbed into my paint horse that somehow survived this long to go back to Coral. Odrin was pleased we had survived and he gave us a helmet fit for a true battle-hardened soldier.
Wear it proudly. Perhaps you can help restore the glory of my family's name.
I haven't worn a helmet for the last 50 days. But for you, I will wear it, and I will wear it proud. Oh god, it looks ridiculous. I'll think about wearing it. Alright, bye. And finally, after weeks of painstaking but necessary work, Vilena Donton awarded Gerald with the title of Fighters Guild Master without having ever fought anything. I can do whatever I want now. Hey. There was only one thing left to do. Gerald climbed on Painty and marched over to Skingrad. Westfield Inn. Hell of a place. I don't think I'll be needing you anymore. He purchased the deed to Rosethorn Hall and even some decorations, and stood on his balcony and assessed the view. What the hell was he gonna do next?